Hey, good afternoon. Is it still after? It's still the morning, child. Yeah, I've been out working. I've been out working. Missed my dental appointment because I was way out on the case. I had to reschedule, so I was like, let me go home because I got to get back out today and work. I'm gonna let you all start getting the notifications. Let's see. I see two people. I'm gonna let you all start getting the let everybody start getting the notifications. They're not sending out the notifications because normally one of my phones go off when I come on. It hadn't gone off, so so they have not sent out the notifications. Maybe they just started. Still haven't gone off though. What my purse said. How is everyone doing? That is in here. I want to talk about the cars that are being stolen and sold on Facebook, and a man pops and runs over robots. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. It's funny I don't see nobody. How many minutes have I been on? 2 minutes. I'll wait and let people start coming into the chat. And you guys, make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. Okay, make sure you all hit the like button as you all come in. I wanted to talk about cars are being stolen and sold on Facebook, and a man pops it and runs over a MPD robot. Okay. I normally wait until I've been on for 5 minutes, so I'll give some more people the opportunity to start coming in. Hey, Miss Teresa. You said you typed the comment and it disappeared? Oh, wow. Hey, Holiday Tracks. I was wondering why nobody was commenting in the chat. Because normally people start commenting. Anyways, you guys, go get back. Get back. Whew, that's so awesome. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I'm glad that I got that taken care of. God is good. But anyways, I was looking at where they were showing that people are buying and selling stealing and selling cars on Facebook. Here's the thing. I have been looking at that. I thought it was ludicrous when I first started seeing that, and it's been happening for a while. We know that they're stealing cars like 40 going north, but why on earth would people ever buy a car off of Facebook? Okay. And I was told that they're stealing these new cars, and regardless to how new the car is, how whatever, they're selling these brand new cars for $3,500. Okay, each and every car. Hey, stop! They're selling these cars for $3,500. So hold on, let's look at that. I wanted to talk about that because these people crazy. Hell, I mean, we know they steal cars, but I'm trying to understand the logic in people buying them. I would never buy a car from off of Facebook. And here's the thing, folks will go spend the income tax money on the car. Don't have a title or nothing. Just bad judgment.
Adults. Don't take if allergic to Nurtec ODT. Allergic reactions can occur even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
It's time we all shine. Talk to a healthcare provider about Nurtec ODT from Pfizer.
Like he's trying to get it off now.
So you can't really see what he's doing. I didn't know what he was doing.
Looks like he's trying to cut this.
Apparently that's what he was doing, but I didn't know it at the time, because like I said, people come and stop there all the time, when talk on the phone or do whatever. You see the lights from the other car coming up off of West. I see the trunk lid pops.
He's got a gun in his hand. They all look like kids.
One of the guys will come back and get a call with him.
He got a gun too?
Mm-hmm.
Now there's the thing laid in the
I
street,
just threw it out.
which wasn't there before.
Yeah, that's terrible. They're consistently stealing cars. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that I guess that's a man who was able to catch them on his camera, because after they stole the car, they were standing on his street. It says a woman is warning people to be careful about shopping for vehicles on social media after her 2019 Maxima was sold on Facebook Marketplace a day after it was stolen from her East Memphis home. The victim, who did not want to be identified, said the car thieves spent at least 30 minutes at her home in the Colonial Acres neighborhood and managed to remove a club and air tag from her car. Isn't that something? They spent 30 minutes out there with a gun in their hands. Now, we'll be marching in a few minutes when they go up in somebody's yard and they go ahead and off them, right? Because when they get out with their guns and stuff, that means that they're intending to shoot somebody. who comes out or anybody that they see, you know, that's going to confront them about being in their yard for 30 minutes stealing their stuff, right? So, you know, so if a white person comes out or a person of another race comes out and off their ass, you know, knock their damn head off, or, you know, stand in their house and start popping them, we'll be standing on every corner, right? Talking about Black Lives Matter. When we need another plan because it ain't working. That right there is not working. What we need to be trying to do is tell these black folks to stop stealing these folks' stuff, right? I think we would be more proactive if we promoted that. If you go up in these yards and stuff and you steal their cars or you go and you violate these people, we're not going to stand behind you. Hey. I think we would be more proactive if we did that because upholding them ain't working. It's just making them, you know, more thieves, just creating more thieves, right? It says the victim who did not want to be identified said the thieves spent 30 minutes up in her yard. Okay, that's her car. It says the scariest part to me was how long they spent outside my home, knowing they were all armed. You can see in that video, she said they got the club out and threw it in the streets. Surveillance video shows several masked males arriving in a black vehicle. At one point, you can see 3 people outside the victim's car after they drove it into the middle of the street. The owner said it was the 3rd time the Maxima had been stolen in the Memphis area over the last 2 years. The other times, the vehicle was recovered in Memphis, but this time the car was discovered parked behind the home in Senatobia, Mississippi. Okay. Senatobia police said the man told them he bought the car on the Facebook marketplace. Detectives told her that the man had a bill of sale, a working key fob, and he thought the vehicle and he thought was a title. What he thought was a title. The guy who supposedly bought it was supposedly upset, you know, made it look believable and that he bought it. She said the man in Senatobia told officers he paid $6,500 for the car, about a quarter of its worth. She said the extremely low price should have raised a huge red flag that the vehicle was stolen. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. The victim said since the theft, she has added more cameras and lights around her home and has purchased a vehicle with a built-in tracking system. It does not appear the police have made any arrests. Okay, so they went and sold a car in Senatobia, Mississippi. See what happened? Senatobia is about 45 minutes from Memphis. Okay, so I don't know if the thieves were from Senatobia, but it seems like to me what these kids are doing is these dudes are doing is they're getting orders and they're going around looking for cars and then they're going, you know, and selling them to people. Okay. They're turning around and selling them to people. Oftentimes people that, you know, that they know, but they said that they put it on Facebook Marketplace and a damn fool bought it. Why in the hell would you think a 2019 Maxima would be $6,500? And even if it was sold for $6,500, a new Maxima like that, I'd be scared to buy it. I would be scared to buy it because I would be scared that something is wrong with it. So, I mean, listen, I'm glad that she put more lights around her house. People, I always tell, I always tell everybody this, light your house up because oftentimes thieves stay away from houses that have a lot of lights around their houses. Okay. You know how some people like it dark, that makes you a target. But y'all, listen, like I said, I don't know who's, you know, I don't know why anybody would even buy cars from off of Facebook. I mean, it's been on the news constantly that a lot of these cars, the majority of them that are sold on Facebook are stolen cars. So it just kind of let me know that people don't really care. They're getting these key fobs. They say that they're purchasing them off a line, but I always felt like what these kids are working with, like car lots and auto mechanic shops that help them to get these program these key fobs, okay, or locksmith or something like that. And that's how they're able to steal these cars and stuff. So Y'all just, just be careful. But like I said, I get very suspicious about anybody that would even buy a car off of Facebook. Okay. And the sad thing about it is, like I said, I just kind of think that people don't really care, because income tax season is coming up, and you're going to have a bunch of damn fools spending their income tax on buying their boyfriends cars, okay, off of Facebook. They're gonna spend their income tax on buying hot cars off of Facebook. They already know those cars are hot, but they don't really care. And then they play victim, a lot of them, when the police come knocking at their door. Now they think what they got was a car that was clean, because they're gonna tell them, we changed the VIN number, we got a bill of sale. All you paying is $6,500 for somebody brand new car. They wrong for that. He came home Sunday, but very weak. My new job is being a nurse. That's your new job, Teresa? You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Make sure you all hit the like button for me. Please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. Dominic says 2025, make sure y'all invest in y'all Roth 401k, Roth IRA, and HSA. If you got kids, get them 529 plans. Okay. I also saw, you guys, where somebody, a suspect, okay, shot at the police. Okay. They're saying suspect allegedly shoots at police, destroys $60,000 worth of MPD equipment during a barricade. Okay. This is something. I wonder if there's a video. There's no video. It says a man is now in custody. A man is now in custody and facing multiple attempted murder charges following an armed barricade situation over the weekend. Christopher Smith is charged with 3 counts of criminal attempt, first degree, unaliving, intentionally evading arrest in an auto, and vandalism, $10,000 to $60,000. According to reports, around 7:45 p.m. on Sunday, officers responded to an armed medical consumer call in the 3400 block of Lakeview Road. Smith's mother reportedly told officers on the scene that her son was suffering from a mental issue due to being a military veteran. His mother said that Smith drove off, but Memphis police were able to find him a short while later, sitting in his car in a parking lot at the Brooks Express store on East Brooks Road. When officers approached Smith, he allegedly rolled down his window and asked the officers if they wanted to die. He then fired 1 shot at the officer as he drove away. Police say they did not return gunfire and no officers were injured. Reports say Smith pulled his car back up into the same house he fled from and parked behind the house. He then barricaded himself and refused to get out of his car. The Memphis Police Negotiation Team and TAC unit arrived on the scene during negotiation with Smith. The TAC unit deployed their robot to get a closer look at the suspect, but Smith allegedly shot the robot and ran the robot over with his car. Police say the robot cost them $60,000. Lord have mercy. So he shot at the police. Now they say he's shell-shocked. His mother says that he's shell-shocked. Allegedly, he shot at the police when he was sitting at the gas station on Brooks Road. Okay, and the police didn't shoot back. Okay, the police didn't shoot him back. Nobody was hurt, but they had a right. They had a right to eliminate him. But of course, his mama say he's shell-shocked. And so I'm just telling y'all, legally, they had a right to eliminate the threat. And so then he goes back and pulls back up at home. He's an old mean ass shell shock too, man. Because not only did when he pulled back at home, They said they rolled the robot up. They sends the robot up to these barricaded situations now. Because they got that real good laser view camera inside of them. And he shot up the robot, killed the robot. He killed the poor robot and then turned around and ran it over to make sure it was dead, I guess. So I don't know. People, like I said, people are really just, it's bad. Folks are off of their rockers. But they say he's shell shocked. Okay, he's shell shocked, so he probably need to. If he got all of that going on him, he needs to go ahead. They need to go on and take him over to the crazy house. Yeah, they need to go on and take him on over to the nut house, straight to Lakeside. Okay, because he just real violent. Shooting at the police, then killed the robot. Yeah. Now, if that situation, if they had shot and killed that man, and I'm glad that they did not do that. I'm glad it didn't come to that. People would have been boycotting, but I don't see people boycotting right now, saying that, hey, he needs to get him some help. If he's shell shocked, people need to be trying to be proactive, because just like they do if the police had to shoot him. If the police would have shot him, which they had every right, according to what the reports say, to shoot him and kill him. Okay. So now what we need to do is, because if he's mentally ill, we need to be being proactive in making sure that these vets, she say he's a vet, that's shell shocked. Okay. She said he's been crazy since he came back home from the Army. We need to be making sure that the VA hospital give these people the Medicare that they need, because I hear a lot of bad things about the VA hospital. Okay, and not only that, he needs to be seeing a medical a psychologist or a psychiatrist or something. What's up, Mr. Parker? What's up, OG Snake Spotter? Yeah, he clocked out. The police said, he asked them, do y'all want to die? I guess he called himself giving them good warning or something. I don't know. But hey, y'all, that's what's out there. Like I said, just watch and see. Income tax. I think somebody help me out that get income tax. Because I don't get them. Do they start giving out income tax, or somebody that does taxes? Do people start to get a loan on their income tax starting in December? Because we're almost into December. Do they start getting a loan on their taxes starting in December? They start getting a loan on their taxes starting this month in November? So they start getting loan on their taxes as early as November, and they have to pay. They charge them, like if they get a loan on those taxes, them folks charge them. You can get a loan on your taxes from tax companies all year round. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get something for these puppies, because they is really showing out. Hey! Lord, they're not studying me. Hey! Stop making all that racket. November, yes, if you is H&R. And how much do they charge them? Get over here. Y'all stop. I said stop. Ooh, y'all did not study me. Jumping all on my wrapping paper and stuff. Shoot. Hold on, y'all. Let me put them in their house, because they're getting on my nerve, because I've been up too early to be bothered with some dogs. Hold on. Okay, y'all. Anyways, so they're able to get loans on. That's the reason why now, by the time income tax time come, they don't have no taxes. They already borrowed. How much do they charge them? Because they was charging them like $1,000. Some tax companies, when these people, I didn't even think they had Rapid no more. Some loan companies, when they charge you, these girls paying $1,500 and $2,000 to get their own money. How you gonna give somebody $2,000 and you done waited all year or whatever to get your money? You just giving that away. But if Junebug say we need that money because she got to buy him a car, and they're not really they ordering them cars. They got these folks going out here stealing them a car that they want out of these people's yards and talking about we can legitimize the car. And they already know the cars are stolen. I have always done my own taxes, short form. Don't do the damn loan, y'all. Depends on credit and amount. And others, the percentage is so high, it's ridiculous. Dominic says because people panic and do stupid stuff. No wonder I've been seeing a lot of couples. I forgot that income tax season, is coming up. It seemed like, a lot of people been booed up. Every time you go out somewhere, folks holding hands now. They holding hands. You're going to start seeing a lot of people getting engaged on Facebook. They get engaged every income tax season. It'd be a lot of influx of engagements. They start showing their engagement ring. They went into the store and bought the ring. And then they started showing it, talking about Junebug that proposed to them. Okay. It's just, it's crazy. It really is. Well, we won now. We won. That's my husband. Yeah, I'm going to help him. It's a girl that does something for me. I won't say what it is, but it's a little hard. She's a young girl too. And I won't say what it is, but she does pretty good. Okay, on what she does as it relates to aesthetics. Okay. And she used to always come in there and complain about some stuff. I have several that do it though. Okay. And she used to complain about, her boyfriend and stuff like that. A real pretty girl, nice, pretty girl, young, got a nice little shape on her. And she don't really even understand. She could have anybody that she wants. Because when she comes, if she comes to me and I have her to come over to my studio, and if I'm gonna do a show, a lot of times I have her to come over to my studio and I'll pay her, to travel to me for her services. And when she walked through there, them guys in the barbershop go crazy, okay? Because she has a very nice shape, okay? And so when she walked through, sometimes women can be, especially as a young girl, she's still in her 20s, her self-esteem been beat down so bad. She's like, Miss Tamara, I walked through there, I said, that's how they are when pretty girls walk through. That's how they are. Shoot, with that barbershop up there, don't be none. He only cut professionals' hair. Shoot, she ought to be trying to look in there to see what she can see. But anyways, she always talking about how her baby father does her. He never took her anywhere. He never did this. All the time that they've been together, he's never really done anything to her, stress her out. She working. And I was looking at a picture of him one day on Facebook. I was like, Lord have mercy. The child's self-esteem is so low. He's so ugly. She could have any man she wants to. Okay. And so, anyway, she was saying one day, because she ended up getting a lump sum of money. And she was talking about how he was talking about. She was like, well, he said he want to get engaged, and this is going to be we're going to a wedding. His cousin is getting married, so this is going to be our first time. You better know. While she was there doing my eyebrows and stuff, He was consistently calling her. We gotta go. He want me to go with him to find him an outfit, find him a suit for the wedding. We're supposed to coordinate and dress alike. But she was spending her money. You see what I'm talking about? Like she, I don't know what it is, but I mean, I think women should understand that you don't have to buy love. And I would never be with a man and be having kids with him and stuff. And he's never taken me anywhere. He's never really taken. I mean, I'm sure she been around his folks, but you all have never gone anywhere and y'all have lived together and stuff. But she had gotten a lump sum of money, and that's kind of what happens like every year with these young women, right? Because Junebug been gone all year. He left her back in April. I was getting ready to say March, but he left her back in April or May because he don't see Junebug ain't gonna leave and go back home until he know all the money gone. He can't leave her with $1. He got to make sure he get every nickel of it. Okay. And then he goes back home, and then Junebug start back coming around in November. Because he know around Thanksgiving, that's when girls start shopping and buying gifts. He want to make sure, he buttering her up. He'll have her to bring him a plate. Junebug said he wanted me to fix him a plate. So he come, he started buttering her up around Christmas. He got 4-5 boxes, okay, for Christmas. He ain't gonna leave around Christmas because he knows he can get her to borrow money on those taxes. And the big reward comes around January or February, okay? They tells me that they don't get their income tax now until February. So he knows that the big reward, which is every dime of her income tax. And don't y'all know, I heard that they were saying that ladies are still allowing men to trick them into saying that they are going to go and flip their taxes. Okay. That's the oldest. They was doing that trick back in the 80s. And women are still letting men, I'm gonna go and flip your taxes. Nigga, if you ain't came up on nothing with your own money, why would you ever trust him with your money? If he ain't came up on nothing with his own money, if he didn't know how to flip his own money and he looking to you to buy him a car, he ain't got no house, he ain't got nothing. And what the young people say, he ain't got Nadine. Okay, why would you ever trust somebody like that with your money? If nothing else, he's a bad businessman. Okay, but unfortunately, these girls do it. Okay, unfortunately, they do it. No man that cares about you, especially these girls getting 10 or 15,000 because they got about 100 kids. So with them having all these kids, no man that truly cares about you is ever going to want to take nothing from you because he understands that you are a single mother that is struggling. If anything, he might have, baby, why don't you doing hair over the stove? Why don't you save up some of your income tax money? If you save for 2 years, you can just go buy you a building and start doing hair in your shop. Renting out booths. You doing taxes? Because everybody doing taxes now. I mean, every ghetto fabulous chick. Okay, y'all make sure y'all put a pin code because when put a pin code on your stuff because folks sell your information. Okay, they'll sell your information. These people are so pathetic. They're going to jail, dog. These people are so pathetic that they want to know something about you so bad that they are willing to commit federal crimes. Okay. And so when they commit federal crimes, you got to make sure that they do federal time. But put a pin on your information for those who believe in stalking and doing federal crimes. Okay. Make sure you do that. Okay. But these girls, okay. See what it says at Dominic and my extra stupid ass be out there ready to windmill and everything. I have to do better. Dominic says, I don't want a tax refund. You giving government too much money and they make interest on it and give you back why what they took. The only tax refund I get is from my HSA tax credit and EV credit. Tamarian says, and half of them was in special ed and they let people do it. Trust me, I know a few. I'm telling you. And it is so unfortunate. Okay. It is so unfortunate, okay, that these girls are like that. But make sure you guys put a pin on your taxes, on your tax information, because now they're hiring all kinds of rats that don't understand when they're using their jobs to give people that come from the sewer like them information instead of being thankful that they got a government job. What they do is they go to work and lose their livelihood for motherfuckers that can't give them shit. Okay, because any and everything can be tracked when you pull information. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I have a system that I pay for, one of my systems. And before I got that system, I had to I get the information comes from TBI. They came and checked my office twice. It can only be, that system can only be on one computer. I had to have paper shredders in my office. They, like I said, they sent somebody over there to check my office twice. Okay. Because of the type of information that I'm able to retrieve, right? And the reason I've always been so responsible for within the system, all of my systems are really good, right? The reason, because it's audited. Anything I pull, they can go back and check it and audit it, right? So that's why when people call me and they need me, to do work for them, I have a company that works for me. They always have me to do background checks. I mean, that hires me to do background checks for their employees, when they come in. And when they, if they say run a credit check, okay, what I do is before I run a credit check, I have to have, I make them send me, I make them send me something some paperwork that I got from somebody else to ensure that I got the approval of the employee. Okay, because you're not supposed to run nobody credit. Okay, it's against the law. That's what the FBI told me when I found out somebody ran mine. Okay, and so when people run your credit, so what you need to do is, this is what you do. Always check, and you can call the credit bureaus. A lot of people don't know that you can call the credit bureaus, okay, and you can confer with the credit bureaus. You can talk to people at the credit bureaus, okay? And so you look at the inquiry on your credit report. That's what's going to be at the bottom. People who inquired about your credit, okay? If it's not showing up yet, if it's taking a little time, you call the credit bureau, okay? And they'll be able to tell you right off before it shows up. If you did not give them permission, now, if you got credit cards with the company, then what you can do is, they might just run a credit check to, they might do a soft pull, when they're thinking about giving you an increase or something like that, right? And so, right, and you can freeze your credit. Everybody needs to freeze their credit. And so what you need to do is, if you see, or the credit bureaus tell you about any name, anything that has inquired about your credit that you did not allow, what you do is you dispute it. I'm telling y'all what I was told when I went and filed my reports at the FBI, okay? They told me what you do is, there is a process, dispute it. You file your report with the FBI, but then you go back and you dispute it. And then once you dispute it, the credit bureaus are going to then go about trying to do the checks and balances on why they ran your credit. Okay. And then once that happens, you can start the process. You file your report with the FBI, but you also file with your local department. You can start your process of fraud. The credit bureaus is going to then file a complaint as it relates to fraud, and then you'll have one on file. There's a process of shutting down people that violate you, that violate your privacy, your rights. Okay, there's a process. People don't want to go through them, but there's always a way to stop it. You just have to follow through. Okay, you have to follow through. Then you can find your stalking charges, all of that. Stalking, all of that will fall up under that. Okay, it's plenty of charges that will file up under people violating your privacy. Okay. Okay. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Tamaria. So that's one of the reasons why I don't take cases from family members. I don't. I have a cousin right now that's going through a divorce, and I referred her to another investigator because even though there's no laws that prevent it, I just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? That's just too close to home. It's too personal to me. Everything is business, and nobody is ever worth me nobody's ever worth me getting in trouble. That's the reasons why, when I found out about this vlogger was ready to play some games, he was sending them women to call me. I mean, they all recorded. I was told, get a recorder on your phone, okay? Because I have my office phone forwarded to my cell phone. I was told, get a recorder on your phone. And then if they do it, we'll get them for falsifying documents and shit like that. So all of my business calls are always recorded. Shout out to the people that be looking out for me and tipping me off on these folks. You got to be twisted. You got to be twisted to sit up and want to pry into other people's lives. But it's got a lot to do, and I'm not going to get too much into that, but it's got a lot to do with, people being involved with, being involved with these cases. They being involved with the people who are behind, committing a lot of these crimes. And then when folks talk about them, they pay vloggers. Okay. And then they hire vloggers for certain things. And then they get themselves involved in these cases to try and intimidate people who are talking about the cases, especially if they're telling the truth. Hey, I'm telling you what I know, because it happened to me. It happened to me. Okay. Tamarion says, Miss T, what's the ID scanner thing called? I can't think of it. You have to get when doing certain business. What you mean ID scanner, Tamarion? What ID scanner are you talking about? Because even when you're doing background checks, I never ever take anything electronically. I mean, you're not supposed to be sending social security numbers and anything as it relates to that. You're not supposed to be emailing stuff like that and sending any of that really electronically. Not by email. At least I don't. when I do background checks, they have to bring those packets and stuff to me. They have to bring those release forms to me, or I'll go pick them up. But I never allow them to email me stuff. Mm-hmm. And so now more than ever, you have to make sure you're consistently checking your information. I had to go fill out a report with the police department and with the FBI about a week and a half ago, because I was like, let me run my own information. As soon as I ran it, it came. I got a bank account with a bank. I won't say which bank, but whoever in the bushes, no. With a bank account in Illinois. With a bank account in Illinois. And so y'all, what they're doing is they're getting your information. Okay. They're getting your personal information. I'm told, because folks send me information all the time. It's a ring of people. They're getting your personal information, and they are going to different states, or they're selling your information, and they're going in, like somebody went and opened up a bank account in my name in Illinois. Isn't that something? And they take checks and deposit them into these accounts. That's y'all. I haven't been telling you. I've been saying for weeks, y'all. I've been saying for weeks, y'all. Make sure y'all check y'all's information. Run y'all's own information. Check your credit. Do all of that. Lock up your stuff. That's why they hack on here, and they're able to do it. Get a VPN on your phone. When you comment in the chat, in any chat, they're able to get your IP number. And then hack into your phone and get your information. So y'all make sure y'all put a VPN on y'all's phone and stuff when you come in anybody's chat. Just activate that, because that's what's going on here. And but yeah, a bank account in Illinois, and a check was deposited into that account. I've never lived in Illinois. Okay, none of that. D-Mom been working a lot. I was thinking about her when I was out on my case this morning. I was thinking about her. I miss her so much. I was thinking about D-Mom this morning when I was out on my case. Teresa says they say no to use your social security number for identification, but they always ask for your last four. Yeah. Wow, someone did me like that, but they wouldn't tell me what state or anything. They just blocked it and put a pin on my social security number. Well, when I went to the FBI, they do that. Did you go to the FBI? I was at the social. Yeah. It's sad what's going on. It really is. But hey, I have faith. I'm just convinced that they're getting a hold on it. I'm just convinced, especially as it relates to on here. I just have the faith, just strong faith. Okay. They're getting IDs too. Made too. They're able to get your information, and it's mostly Hispanics. But hey, we'll talk about that when all of this is over. Tamarian says, remember I told you about it. I still have the emails and everything. I was like, yeah, send me those emails so I can forward them to somebody. Okay, I think anything is a little bit of help. Yep. It's sad though what's going on though. It is. It's really sad. You all make sure y'all hit the like button. Check your dead relatives, because somebody sent me an email recently, and I was able to take it to the I was able to give it to somebody that they do family trees. Once they get your information, they do family trees to see who all just recently passed away. I ran my dad's information and we saw where somebody had hit his information. Y'all, oh Lord have mercy. Mm. Anyways, y'all, oh Lord have mercy. They want to try to get a credit card in his name, child. But somebody sent me an email that they do family trees or something on here, whereas they see you and all of your whole family, and they're able to, then they work with somebody who is able to give them the social security numbers and the information, and then they got somebody that is they work with that works in the DMV, and they go in and get that too. I mean, all I could do is pass the information on. Hey, I was told it was okay. Mr. Parker says, Teresa, I'm curating, got TTs in the earbuds while I work. Okay, that's why you're so quiet. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay. So just make sure because they're hiring, the IRS got or more rats working for them than the dollar store had. That's why they had to close down. And they don't have a sense of being blessed about having a good government job, and that's federal stuff. I mean, they immediately, and the reasons I was just told recently, the reasons that the IRS has been consistently hiring is because they've been having to consistently fire and charge some of them rats that feel like I got a job with the IRS. I'ma see how I'm getting ready to look up Mike girlfriend, see how much money this bitch getting. Get her information, her address. I'm looking up Mike baby mama. So I mean, yeah. If you think that someone has that works for the IRS has illegally looked up your information, what you need to do, they gave me the phone number too. And I see, I'm glad I remembered that. There's a phone number that you call, and they're able to always go back and audit their systems. Okay. They're able to go back and audit their systems to see who has pulled up your information as it relates to the IRS. Okay. And the IRS do prosecute. They do prosecute employees that do that, because that's my understanding. That's what's been going on, which is why they have been consistently hiring all year. Okay. Mr. Parker says, I've said a few things, but they were missed. Yes, I missed them. I did miss them. I be missing comments because I be in other tabs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I have a few relatives that work for the IRS and they can't do my taxes or look at my information for me. Tamarian says, that's just sad. I never had these issues until I started watching YouTube. I just started watching when Dolph passed because I knew people were going to talk sometimes before the police. Shaking my head. Yeah, because I have a few relatives that work for the IRS and they can't do my taxes or look at my information for me. Right. They're not supposed to do it. They're not supposed to do it. And so if you feel like somebody has done that works for the IRS, they just call. I'm gonna put the number that they had given me. And just say I do believe that an employee compromised my information, and they will audit they will look at it, right? So that's how you get that. It's always a process to everything and stopping violations, okay? Dominique says 2025 Ford, 150 Chevy Raptor, 1000 HP, and 2025 Dodge Charger Hellcat. Can't wait collection. I like those Hellcats. My cousin has a Hellcat, but I'm gonna tell you something. They got a lot of horsepower. They real juiced up. They are. They're really juiced up. After that, I'll be free later this afternoon. I'll be free late afternoon or evening. I will be free late afternoon. I will be free late afternoon or early evening. What time were you trying to meet? Um, yeah. He said, I was talking to my client. He trying to give sister a check. He a good client though, so he always come through. So I don't be worried. I know his check's not gonna bounce. Um Oh, I love Capital Grill. Capital Grill has some really good seafood macaroni. It is, I love the ambiance there. It is just so good. The food there is awesome. It's very expensive, but it's really, really nice. I love Capital Grill. Anyways, you guys, make sure y'all don't buy no cars from make sure you don't buy any cars from Facebook. Make sure you don't buy any cars from Facebook. It all depends on Tambora. It all depends on what kind of investigative work you want. Okay, and then make sure y'all tell I love Come On Steakhouse. I don't think I've ever been to Come On. I've been to what's the name of that steakhouse on Poplar, and it was really nice. Is it Prime Rib Steakhouse? Is that the name of it? Prime Rib Steakhouse. I can't think of it, but I met one of my friends there one day. It was really nice. The ambiance is kind of sort of like that of Capital Grill. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all though, one of my favorite restaurants. I'm so not how people be wanting to brag. Now, Capital Grill and all of them, I love those restaurants. They're very nice. I love them a lot. But my favorite restaurant is Seasons 52. I love their restaurant so much. I love their sea scallops on, is it risotto rice? On risotto. Their sea scallops. Oh my God, they are so good. I love their restaurant. And I be trying to go there every chance I get. Now, when you go in there, now you have to make reservations. You used to didn't have to make reservations. He said, I want some Brazil steakhouse, but it ain't the same like at home. Brazil steakhouse is it's pretty good. It's downtown. Yeah, it's pretty good. Thank you, JT Logan, for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate that so much. You know what? I've never been to Majestic Grill, and I've always wanted to go. I don't know why I haven't gone to Majestic Grill. I need to go. I'm gonna tell y'all what I do now, and I never used to do that before. Like if I got to do some like I'll take my laptop and I'll go into a restaurant by myself and have some wine and order dinner and do my notes, do my case notes or something like that. I used to didn't want to go into a restaurant and dine by myself, but now I'll do that, and it's so therapeutic. It is not when you're sitting by yourself for some reason. People be wanting to think that you're lonely. That's why I always get a table all the way in the back because folks gonna stop and want to hold conversations with you when they see that you're dining alone. The topic is cars are being stolen and sold on Facebook in Memphis, and a man shoots and runs over MPD robot in a standoff and popped at the police too. The police said he asked him, "Are you ready to die?" and then shot at him. His mother says that he's shell shocked. Say his mind has been messed up ever since he came back home from Iraq. Okay. So when his mind starts, I'm trying to figure. So y'all, I know this is gonna be a crazy question. What is it that makes a person shell shocked? Is it looking at the unalivings? Who's a veteran in here? What is it that makes them shell shocked? Do they go crazy? Or I don't want to use that word. Do they kind of lose it? If they're in war, looking at people, lose their lives. What makes a person shell shocked? Because you hear a lot of people say, my relative went off the war. When they came back home, they weren't the same no more. Yeah, they have been selling stolen cars on Facebook for a while now. And I'm sure even though it's been all on the news consistently, people are still buying the cars. I'm a veteran, Miss Tambra. You know that. Dominic, what is it? What makes a person shell shocked? Ken says the sound, smell, what they see, the fog of war. Really? So the sound, the smell, and the fog. Really? So are you saying that they kind of lose it because they're scared? So it'd be a lot of sand and stuff, and they can't see? Because I have seen shows where because I kind of like to look at shows like that, and they be in the desert and it ain't nothing but sand and all of that. So I guess, seeing all that sand and not being able to see and all of that, it scares them. Tim Border says all those women and children they had to unalive on those missions. Oh wow. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Tamarian says, I don't think you have to be a veteran to have PTSD. It can come from trauma, people, smells, sounds, death. Yeah. Yeah. The sand, the jungles, the concrete. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Mm, mm, mm. Because I was looking at some shows and they say, some soldiers have to lay in the grass and camouflage themselves like their grass in war and all of that. So I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine that. Mm, mm, mm. TT, you have a form of PTSD. Why you say that? I guess I do being on here. Everything in it. If I see somebody new coming to my chat, I get paranoid, especially if if they're talking, if they seem aggressive. Yeah, I'm telling you, like when new people come into the chat, I started watching them because I used to just so innocently welcome everybody, right? And then they was coming here, they was hacking, they was doing just all types of stuff. So now I have to catch myself when people come into my chat and they say something and it could be innocent. And I go, why you say that? Why you in my chat? I have to catch myself from doing that because that person you may have genuinely just came in innocently. You see what I mean? Or if they come in, if I'm talking about something and they come in and because I've had so many people to come in that was sent into my chat to try and make me look bad or to come in to troll. If I'm talking about something and they go, well, it's this and that, I automatically go, what channel sent you? Who sent you over here to mess with me? You know what I mean? So I have to watch that quite a bit because folks probably saying, because somebody said the other day they came into the chat. What did they say? They said something. I said, I hope that you're not trying to come in here and threaten me. They was like, what? I just found this channel. I'll never come back in here again. And I thought about that. I was like, wow, I don't know. I don't know. I hope I I don't know. I think being on here made me shell shocked hell. Anything that seems suspicious. Joy Love Scott says, yes, they would come in here straight. Yeah, they would come. Yes, absolutely. Ken says, I've been to Afghanistan and Iraq, hearing people yell for their or being burned alive. Oh my God. Seeing or hearing people being tortured all night. So, what are the soldiers over there for? So this is what I want to ask all of you soldiers, okay? So if you're hearing the people screaming and being tortured, aren't soldiers sent off to war to help the people in the other countries? So aren't the soldiers supposed to break in or go and rescue the people? I didn't get it at first. I always would be in the bushes. Once I began participating for the first time, you actually called me a troll. I'm sorry if I called you a troll. Dominic said, Teresa, I didn't have a bad experience, but just depends on the person. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. No, depends on the mission. Oh, wow. So if the people, but what would the citizens have to do? Like if y'all are going in to get bad people, what would why do innocent citizens, like, what would they have to do with that? Why would they torture innocent people? I'm sure the missions weren't to go and torture innocent people. I tell you, it's so sad. Mm. I was looking at this documentary one day. Some people are sick and twisted, and they participated. Oh my God. I have to be if the gov, if I was sent, I would just have to go on. You send me an email. You know what, Rochelle? I never ever hardly check my emails. Oh wow. I'm gonna have to go back through those emails, and sometimes they delete themselves. But I'm gonna have to go back through. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna check my emails today. Somebody found me on Facebook and said I have been emailing you forever. I hardly ever check them, but you're right though. I had gotten to a point where I don't like to. I stopped responding to emails because I found out that the hackers were able to, when you respond to an email, they're able to hack you. So yeah, I did start responding to quite a bit. That's why I tell people reach out to me on social media. Tambora, true, because someone had sent me an email I was looking at one day, and they was talking about they lived around the Memphis area, and they would love to work with me. They had a nonprofit, and they would love to partner with my nonprofit, and I wanted to respond so bad because I was like, I'm really looking for people to start helping me and working with me as it relates to the nonprofit, because I've taken over my dad's nonprofit, and I want to start a reading program, especially a literacy. I really do. That's what we was doing anyway, as my dad was doing, and I just want to continue that. And I was like, I would love to get some teachers, and I ain't scared to go. I want to get some representatives from North Memphis area. I mean, and South Memphis too. I'm not afraid to go into South Memphis though. Um, it's just a lot of things that my dad had on his agenda that was just such great ideas as it relates to education and literacy. I would love for some of the educators around the Memphis and Mississippi area, and even Arkansas, because I have a really good relationship with some officials in Arkansas. I would love for them to work with me, and the community to work with me on helping to educate, at least helping some of these young brothers and sisters to get their diplomas, and then getting them automatically, once they get that, automatically getting into getting into trade school, some training, so that when they finish, they can go and get them some good jobs. Okay. And then once they complete that, working with some of these CEOs to ensure that the people that complete these programs are able to get them some good jobs, not making no darn minimum wage. Okay. Because when people get training and stuff, I think that they should go in making, especially with their skills. A lot of people, as I said before, it's just not meant for everybody to go to college. That's why I don't know why we allowed them to take trade out of the schools, right? When I was in junior high school, the boys we would be in shop making wood and home economics, cooking and sewing, and the boys would be around in shop. They was working on cars. They had a car in the school, and they would be around there changing oils and all of that. And they took that out, and the parents didn't stop them. And then when they would graduate, they would go and open up an auto mechanic shop and all of that. But see, that was creating generational wealth within the Black community. So they hurry up and snatch that, right? So they hurry up and they snatched it. Auntie Marian says, I believe you. My papa used to tell us some of the things they had to do to make it out, but I was really hyped about going. I hate that I didn't. Marines are the first ones, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I really get an adrenaline rush when I'm in the hood, and I love it when I don't know why I love it when I work in around the South Memphis area, when I have cases around the South Memphis area, and then I love it when we're doing things for the community around the South Memphis area. It really gives me like an adrenaline rush when you're talking to people and you know when folks are interested and they staring back at you, and you could see that they have an interest and an ounce of hope in their eyes. It gives me such an adrenaline rush. You know, when you're talking to people and you're telling them that they can that you're able to offer them something to help them better their lives. When you see that ounce of hope in their eyes, I promise you, that gives you such a rush that nothing else ever could. You know what I mean? It do, because you look at people's eyes now, you can see the sadness in their eyes. You can see how cold their eyes are. They don't have any hope in them. I know a lot of them on drugs. I know I be getting on here showing out and talk about crackheads and this and that, but I really do have a real deep love for my community. I be showing out though, but I promise to God I do. I have a really, really deep love for the Black community. This is my very own community. I want to see any community do well, but it is our community that is hurting. That's why when I told y'all I was when I had to go over to the Social Security office, okay, they sent me over to the Social Security office. When I was sitting in the back of the Social Security office, I well up when I think about that. I called my mama and I was like, you know, I think I'm just totally, completely out of touch. I don't think that we're doing enough for our communities. Because when I was sitting in the back and somebody was like, well, on here was like, well, Tam, they have to play crazy and stuff. But okay, so maybe they do have to play crazy, but it is still a hurtful thing when you have people within our community that has to play crazy just to get a check to survive. That hurts me so bad, y'all. And if you could have seen how even the ones that was up at the window, if they were playing crazy, what about the kids that came in? You know, the kids, their hair wasn't combed. I was looking at their shoes, y'all. I was looking at the clothes. I promise y'all, I was wiping tears. I was like, God, what are we not doing to more to help our people? Because my people are just really, my people need some help. I said, even I guess I've been, as much as you want to, because all you can do is help those that want to be helped, you know, because there are some people, even if they're doing bad, they have the initiative to know that if they can just get a little bit of help, that they can do better. But what about those that don't even have the mindset to even start to ask for help or to know how to do better? I think that those were some of the ones that was coming into the Social Security office. And then I was looking at the children, y'all. Their heads looked like their hair and stuff had not been combed. Look, you know, white stuff all around the kids' mouth and stuff, y'all. I was hurt. That hurts me. This is what is going on in our community. That hurts me. He says, yes, that's true, but special forces is the hardest to get into and do the most dangerous missions. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, Lord, I don't know what's gonna have to happen. But I do know that disability and stuff ain't it, because when and Social Security, because when they go up in there, they have to play. I guess some of them, and I think a lot of them are really mentally ill, but they have to take these meds and stuff. And y'all know how YouTube is when you start talking about that. But yeah, that does nothing for their brain. Okay, it's just, y'all know, y'all already know. So I followed Bobby Kennedy very closely because he was working with the minister. Y'all know Minister Lewis. They don't want you to say his name on here. Minister Lewis F. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Minister Lewis F. And he went to Minister Lewis F. about, because he was working for the CDC, okay? And he went to Minister Lewis F. about what was going on and all of that. As it relates to some stuff, because unfortunately, when he went to the black pastors, the black preachers like the T.D. Jakes, and at the time Eddie Long and Creflo Dollars, and all of them, for them to get the word out about what was really going on and how black males were being targeted over there. He says that he was just really in shock when he was really in shock when they turned him away and says that we can't do that. These people sponsor us. Y'all know the big farm companies. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the big farm companies. And I just it's just, I hate when I see a woman with Louis bag or a dad with Jordans or whatever, and kids look like who did it, what for. I'm gonna tell y'all what I wish that people would do. And I know where is he at? Not Hero Fix TV. He probably would too. Your Choice Towing. I know he would do it because Your Choice Towing really was really good last year. I took the money over to a senior citizens home. Okay. And so that they can give them gifts. But what I really wish that people would do is, I wish that people would if they see a child walking to school, if they see a child walking to school, I wish that if they don't have on a coat, I wish that they would go to like a Goodwill or something, especially if they go their way to work. And the next time they already had a coats and stuff in the car, and stop and give that child a coat, because you're right. You have these girls that get their income tax, and then they give all their income tax to a man, and their children are walking to school with no coats on, but they got the man all dressed up. They're giving the man all his money, so him and his girlfriend. And I'm gonna tell you ladies something. I said this last year. I hope this resonates with you all. When these men come back to you, you have not taken him out of his home. His wife and his girlfriend that he lived with, him and her are working together to scheme you out of your money. So he gets your money and he stacks your money up, and his girlfriend and his wife is okay with it because he bringing the bag back home to her. Stop giving these damn folks your income tax money and do something for yourself and your children. I would never want a man that asked me for my income tax money. I'd cuss him out like he was a damn dog. Mr. Parker says one of the biggest things affecting our community is miscommunication. For example, women are up in arms about abortion, and I get it, but every state has emergency abortion laws if it's detrimental. To carry a fetus, to carry a fetus, then the baby can be had, and I get that may not cover pregnancy from a rare, but they act like abortion would be, or it's outlawed completely, and that's simply not true. No, it's not outlawed. I used to feel sorry for us, but we refuse to educate ourselves. We go on TikTok or Instagram for everything else but education. We find money for weed and liquor. You hear people say that all the time. I'm gonna make sure I ain't got gas money, no car or nothing. But they spending $400-500 a month on weed, bragging about I get the good weed. Yeah, I'm always keep my own blunt, and then they calling somebody every day to take them to work. So, like I said, I just in our community, a lot of people, not everybody, just kind of got the priorities mixed up. Because you can go in the hood and you will see a house that's leaning over to one side. It's standing up on one stick. All it's gonna take is a strong wind, okay? Or if you walk in it, you liable to fall straight through the damn floor. That's how much that house needs to be worked on. Is leaning and sitting on one damn stick or brick. And if you walk through it, you're subject to go straight through the damn floor. But out in the driveway is about $60,000 or $80,000 worth of merchandise parked in front of it. Okay, and then at night they pull the car up in the grass up to the window because you have to sleep with the car up next to the window because the neighborhood is so bad to ensure ain't nobody stealing your damn car, so you can hear it when they come and open the door up and steal it. But the house is leaning over, sitting on one brick. Okay. Or if you can, when you drive by, you can see straight. You can see through the house from the roof, because the roof, it got the biggest hole that there ever was in it. You could see them walking in the house from the damn roof. They won't even get it fixed, but they want to ride around in a $60,000 or $80,000 or $100,000 car. Ken says most of our people use it as a form of birth control. Yep, Ken. So a lot of priorities are just messed up in our community. It really is, and we got to get it right. We do. I was looking at where some of these Asian kids on YouTube, adult children were surprising their parents, and they were surprising their parents by paying off their mortgages, and they was just crying. It was like, how you do it, paying off all of their debts? There's this guy, this young boy that's still a teenager. He do gaming on Richter Night. Is it Fortnite? He's a gamer on Fortnite, and he surprised his mother by paying off all of her debt, all of her school loans and all of that. And they had it on camera, and he was about 14, 15. And she was like, how did you do it? He said, thank all of the people from, because I didn't know they make that much money gaming. Hell, I need to game. He said, thank all of the people that be on my podcast on YouTube. Okay. He was able to pay off all of his mother's debts, and he was 14, 15 years old, so that his mother could start saving money for her future. Start all of the money she gets, she could start saving. Ken says the young women now carry Plan B pills instead of condoms. That's so sad. That's so sad. Clarinetta says 2 young ladies in different states had a life or death situation while pregnant and couldn't get rid of their pregnancies, and they passed away. Oh my! Oh God, that's terrible. Mm, 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 mm. It's just the insurance companies don't approve a clean out. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. Anyways, you guys. That's something I'm going to be doing though. Trying to get people within the community in different areas so that I can have a representative in each area in South Memphis, North Memphis, East Memphis. Yeah. And I consider like Raleigh and Fraser to be North Memphis, really. Education and training is what's going to create generational wealth throughout our community, and I think everybody should do their part on that. So I don't mind y'all are going to have to get along and stick together as a race in the near future. I agree with you, Clarinetta. I agree 100%. I think the division in our community is what's really yeah, I was looking at the twins last night. I just happened to tune in to them. The twins are funny to me. They're real funny. And Trick Daddy came into their and I told y'all Trick Daddy is they say Trick Daddy's food is good, but Trick Daddy is real funny to me. But I can't eat. Now that I know Trick Daddy, because we used to talk about I used to make be talking about him on here, but I never put his picture and stuff up. The twins had his picture and stuff up. He was talking about I think because I only was tapped in for a few minutes, but I was so tickled because y'all that he cussed them out. They was cussing him back out. I hollered. But Trick Daddy actually came into their chat because he was mad that the twins and Raheem was talking about him because he says that I think he says he's not African, he's Geechee. He ain't African, he's Geechee. But I thought Geechee people were African. I thought the Geechee people were African. I mean, we all are really. Let's see. I think that's what he was saying. He went and then he went live because they didn't think it was him, right? Then he turned around and went live on his Instagram. He was mad as hell that they was talking about him. That lets you know that a lot of the celebrities, Trick Daddy funny to me in a way. So a lot of the celebrities be on here trolling and in the bushes, looking at a lot of these podcasts to see if somebody is talking about them. Hey, the real little T. Hey, straight to the point. I got my fireplace all decorated. I got my decorations on my fireplace with my bowl that lights up. I bought a little small Christmas tree that I put on my table because I'm not gonna put up a Christmas tree because I don't feel like worrying with that. But I got a lot of cute ornaments that's hanging off of my fireplace that's $1 in the Family Dollar store, y'all. And the light up stuff, like the cute little light up stuff that I bought, is only like $5. And what else did I get? Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna decorate within my house, and I'm not gonna put up a tree because that'd be too much. The dogs will knock the tree over. Oh my God. That's what Trick Daddy was saying. That's why I said I could never eat Trick Daddy's food because listen, I'm scared to say something about Trick Daddy since I know he trolls. But see, the twins had his picture up. I ain't got his picture up, so he ain't gonna come in here so I can talk about him behind his back. Listen, I said I could never eat Trick Daddy's food because Trick Daddy always talk about he eat booty. Yeah, they used to wear shirts talking about like way back before I guess eating booty was popular, but they say people been eating booty. So him and the guys he hung with used to be at award shows with Eat a Booty Gang on their shirt. So I guess they wanted to let the women know that they was eating booty. So I think because Trick Daddy used to be fine. When Trick Daddy was so fine and chocolate to me, back in the day when he did that song "Baby," cause I'm a thug. He was so cute on there. He was fine. I be liking them when they chocolate and clean, okay, and their clothes and stuff look nice on them. And so Trick Daddy was handsome. Trick Daddy looks nothing like that. I just don't understand. I know people, we all get older, but you ain't supposed to change like that. Y'all, I hope he ain't in the comments. I'm scared to talk about him because he went in there and he was talking about he was at the twins, but you said they was cussing him back out though. Let's see. Trick Daddy, baby, because I'm a thug. He was so fine on there. Yeah, Trick Daddy was fine right there. Now, y'all can't tell me Trick Daddy wasn't handsome right here. Look.
They ready for this. I'll meet you there, though.
Yeah.
Holla at me then.
Great. Hey, Dad. Listen.
Buddy roll, y'all. Cause I'm a thug. That's right. Yeah. Baby, cause I'm a thug. Yeah. Check it out. Could it be my bag of jeans and my gold teeth that make me different from y'all? Ain't tripping, dog. But listen, dog, I was raised different.
Yo, Trick Daddy looks so different now. I know he got lupus. I know people that got lupus, but I think it's something else. I ain't never known Lupus to do nobody like Lupus done did Trick Daddy. Y'all, Lupus now I don't think Lupus
And they looking at us self-destruct. What we have to do right now, we have to get our shit together and stay out their motherfucking way and let them each other.
Y'all trying to tell me Lupus did that? Listen, him and Kaya was into it one time, and Kaya says that he was cussing Kaya out. You know, Kaya good at roasting. Kaya says, I believe eating all that booty got his I think that's, I ain't want to say it, but I think eating booty got him looking like that, got him looking that terrible. It then did something to him. Because Kaya says that his face looked like a cake that them fell in the oven. That's what she said. And I looked at it, I said, well, yeah, cause see, I know people that got lupus and they, you know, they don't look like that. So, I mean, he be bragging about, and then so he be bragging about eating booty all the time, and you know, and then he be preparing some of his food for his restaurant at home. I said no, because they say his food is good at his restaurant, but I would be scared to eat it. I'd be scared to eat his food at his restaurant. Yeah, I'd be scared to eat his food. But I think if he stopped doing all that, he'll probably. She said that ain't lupus. My auntie used to say all that drinking and drugging. I think so too. He probably has done a little bit of everything as it relates to drinking and drugging. They won't say it, but I believe he probably has. That probably has a lot to do with it. She says she has lupus and it could make him look like that. He's probably on a high dosage of lupus. I mean, a high dosage of steroids. Okay. Miss Jacqueline said it could make him look like that. So does it mess with your skin and stuff? Because I do know steroids can make you gain weight. I think Trick Daddy, he eats a lot too, because he mostly when people own restaurants, they eat a lot of their own food. Okay, so he probably is over there. He eat a lot. I'm sure the weight comes with age, anyways. But I was listening to Trick Daddy one day. He was on somebody's show. He was on the Breakfast Club, and they was asking him, it might make you swell. I know it messes with your joints and stuff, because the people that I know that got it complain about how their legs and hands and stuff be hurting all the time. But anyways, he was on the Breakfast Club, and they was asking him, Charlamagne was asking him about, he talking about eating booty and stuff all the time. And so he was like, they asked him, did he he wanted them to do it to him. He was like, you know how they talk in Florida? Yeah, I like getting eat at. You know, some of my friends live in Florida. They don't say out, they say at. He said, yeah, I like getting eat at. He said he like getting eat at. So I don't know about that. He said he like getting eat at too. Yes, it can mess with your skin. These are types of lupus, and it depends on which form of lupus that he has. Steroids can make you gain weight and make your sugar levels high. Oh, wow. It's sad though when they give you something for one thing to treat one thing, it starts messing with something else in your body. Isn't that something? proud of it. Hold on, y'all. I want y'all to see this.
Hard enough. Very strong.
Embodies strength on and off the field. The 21-year-old criminal justice major and his 5 younger siblings lost their mother to breast cancer less than 3 months ago.
My mom was very strong, very hardworking. She stood on morals, principles. She was my protector. She was an amazing woman.
Fulfilling the promise he made to his mother, Gayla, before she passed away, Smith has become legal guardian to his 4 youngest siblings, 16-year-old Armand, 15-year-old Yvonne, 11-year-old Ariel, and 3-year-old Amira.
If I don't step up, who can they turn to? I'm just happy we all together. Just the biggest thing. I'm going to be their protector.
While he manages 12-hour days on campus, 19-year-old sister Aleon helps at home.
He's a good man. He's doing right by us. And I've gained a lot of respect for him because he stepped up and did something that none of our fathers could. No tap.
No tap.
The family, relying on donations from a GoFundMe to pay the bills that get them around without a car. While losing their mother hasn't been easy, they all agree Omarion has stepped up when they needed him most.
No matter what I do, he always trying to make sure I'm going in the right direction always.
Whether it's advice for the classroom or the football field.
Taught me everything, how to tackle, how to run the ball, all that.
I always looked at Maury as a role model too, because he went to college, I was gonna go to college too. He taught me how to do math. I'm good at it now, real good.
In creating happy memories for the youngest, he says it's their mother's voice encouraging him to keep going.
She's still here in spirit. All the blessings we've been having is this, like all the stuff she ever wanted. She just working miracles.
Omarion is here with his brother Armand, and we know your siblings. They're all at home. They're all watching, so let's wave to them. Hello, siblings. Yes, hello, everybody.
Miss you guys so much. Most definitely.
Yeah, all of you have,
They from out of
such
Michigan.
incredible bond, especially after such a hard year. And I got to say, so inspiring for us to see this. And this is your first time in New York City. So what do you think? We came down here. You said this reminds you of being at your grandmother's house, except for now you're actually on that TV that you used to watch.
Yeah, waking up early mornings on the weekend or whatnot, weekdays, just, Good Morning America. My grandma watched the news, so, it just automatically pops up on her TV, and then like being able to be here and all, it's just different, man. It's a blessing, very exciting.
Well, we're blessed to have you here with us, and we want to celebrate the love and the bond that you and your siblings you have with each other. So we got a little surprise for you. We have some friends at Cash App, and they wanted to help set up you guys for the future. So they are giving you a check for $40,000. Is that going to help you guys?
Yeah, most definitely, man. This is a blessing. I want to thank Cash App for, donating us to us. Everything helps. It takes a village. So thank you so much.
But we also know your first time being in New York. You're really excited. We're excited for the two of you. We're excited for your siblings who are at home watching. So we have another surprise for you because we know there's so much going on. There's so much stress, so much everything. So our friends at Disneyland Resort, they saw your story and they wanted to give you a vacation to Disneyland.
Are you serious?
I'm serious about that. You're going to stay at a Disney Resort Hotel. You're going to get to experience Disneyland Park, Disney California Adventure, And you can ride the new Tiana's Bayou Adventure. That's the new ride there. You get a chance to watch that, which is opening next week.
Wow,
All right, so just in time for you. And you just got your driver's license, I heard.
Yeah.
Huh? That's pretty good. How do you get around right now?
You know, it's kind of hard, but like not really. You know, I pay for Ubers a lot. I'm trying to cut back on that, you know, because it's taking a lot of my money. And then
I can imagine that.
You know, I try to, you know, I got teammates or whatnot, you know, that look out for me. So yeah,
you got some good support there.
Yeah, definitely a lot of support there. You know, there's people that's around, like, you know, in the smart community that helps out as well. You know, so yeah, shout out to everybody that's been helping. You know, it's a blessing. You know, thank you so much.
Well, you're on GMA, right? Reminds you of growing up with your grandmother and all this stuff. And I got something else. Come on, man. Come on with me.
Oh, I'm following you.
Come on, follow me.
Okay.
Follow me. Let's go. We're going to go outside for a second because, oh, man, we know you spend so much on Ubers that we got one last surprise for you. Our friends, right? We reached out to our friends, our Detroit GMC dealers. And they decided that they wanted to give you this GMC.
Oh, my God.
That's yours, man. That's yours. Get your family around. Let's go.
This is crazy, bro.
Oh, you can get in it. Go ahead, get in it, man. This is yours.
What?
Oh. Come on, your shotgun. Your shotgun.
What?
So how you feeling, man?
Man, there's not enough words in the world to explain. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just feeling I feel love, man. Like, this is ridiculous, man.
Well, we saw your story. You say you feel the love. We see the love that you show to your siblings and to everybody every day.
Sure.
So you're an inspiration to all of us. All of you are. You and your whole family. I know your siblings are watching. So we just wanted to help you guys as much as we can. And thank you to Disneyland Cash App and GMC. We were able to do that.
Thank you guys so much, man. Like, this is a blessing, man. Like, I wonder what my mom would be doing right now at this moment. Like,
well, we know your mom's proud of you. As you said in that piece, your mom is always with you.
Most definitely.
All right, and we're behind you 100% of the way, man. All right. You know what? We appreciate these two so much. We love this story.
If you've been injured.
Oh, wow. That's so awesome. Oh, my God. And he still got all of his brothers, the toddler that is the toddlers that his mama left behind, and his brothers. He got them in athlete, you know, got him playing football with him. He goes to the University of Michigan. Oh, wow. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. That's a blessing. That is such a blessing. Mr. Parker, leave me alone. Let me cry. You know how I am. I tell you. That's so awesome. Mr. Parker, I thought you was working. That's so awesome. Now, Dominique, he's from out of your hometown. It would be so awesome if you could help them. Because he's continuing on trying to keep his family together. Working hard. Hopefully he'll go pro. I hope somebody draft him. And he got his brothers playing football too. Yeah, it makes me happy when I think, and I was just getting ready to say this. I think that more of our young kids and young adults should be rewarded when they do good. You know, I think now people feel like that there are no rewards in doing good. The way that the human psyche is now is that when you see people that have good hearts, I don't know what's wrong with people now. When you see people that have good hearts, they go, "Oh, okay, that's a fool. That's a nice person. I wonder if I can bump their head. Ooh, they real nice. I'm gonna see if I can get this, this, and that. That's what make people turn mean on you. Because I initially be nice to people until I figure out that they think they can make a fool out of me, and it sends me into a damn rage, and make folks think you crazy, right? Because you let them know, wait a minute, you're not getting ready to take advantage of me. But I'm the type, if I see genuinely good people, and that is very extinct. I'm so clingy when I know people because you don't see that. If I see people have genuinely good hearts and stuff, I promise you, I just cling to them like a baby. I go, oh my God, this is a good soul, another good soul in this evil world. And so I think now people feel like, because a lot of good people get messed over so much, it's so hurtful. If people feel like there are no rewards in doing good. And that's what I was ready to say. You see these young men like straight dropping them, they're able to get tricked out of their positions because they've been rewarded in doing wrong. But I mean, that has a detrimental ending. Always. It always does. I think we should start rewarding a lot of these people, if we can, a lot of these children for doing good. Instead, people say, well, what you need a reward for, you supposed to do good. In a world where there is nothing but temptation, we got to start rewarding people for doing well, for doing good. It makes them want to continuously do good. Because I'm going to tell you something, these devils show reward them for doing evil until they get their lives messed over. Because doing evil is like a cesspool. I'm definitely good-hearted to the point people think I'm telling you, people would try and take. I'm good-hearted too. I'm good-hearted too. But it's a darn shame that you have to become reserved. I've always been quiet and reserved, but now I'm even way more withdrawn now because people can be so evil. Yeah, people can be so evil. It's not even necessary. Mm-hmm. Dominic says, yep, found his info plays for Michigan State football. Good thing I know the director of operations of sports for them. Tamara, don't let She Johnson fool you. She from Cleveland Avenue. She gang gang. Oh my goodness. It's funny though, because when I was growing up in the hood, I would always fight. But that's because we were taught to fight. We didn't back down from fights. We just kept fighting until we won one. Yeah, we just kept fighting until we won. Out of like Venice and them were a little older than me, Venice is 3 years older than me. So we would all be running together. Most of all the girls in the projects ran together anyways. And then we would get to fighting and fall out. I remember me and Vanessa got to fighting in the church, in the restroom at New Harvest Church, behind the Clementine Apartments. That's where everybody in the projects went to. But we was friends before we left church that day. But I would fight. I would. I didn't have no issues with fighting. And then if you lost, your friends would tell you, "Ooh, she beat you up." I said, "Okay, that's all right. I'll see her again." I remember I got to fight, and I think I told y'all about this. I got to fighting with this girl in the Clementine projects. Her brothers and stuff live over there. Terry Hervery. I went to school with Terry. All of them look just like tight Chinese eyes, short, dark skin. And Tiffany and I were walking home one day. It used to be a group of us walk home. We got the fight, and Tiffany won. Tiffany beat me up. they had us surrounded. She won. I remember them saying, Tiffany beat you up. And she did. She won that fight. I remember they said, Tiffany, because Tiffany didn't live over there. She would be over there going to school. That's what it was. I remember they said, Tiffany outside. I said, oh, okay, I'm going back. I'm going around on the other side. It's all right. I'm going around on the other side. We went on the side of the apartment building. We got the fight, and I won. I won that fight because I was ready for Tiffany. Because Tiffany, she liked to pull hair. That's how she won. Before my mom used to always have all these ponytails on my head with barrettes, and Tiffany grabbed my ponytails. I said, that's all right. I pinned my ponytails up. I went around there. I won that fight. After that, me and Tiffany was cool. I remember years later. It's so funny. Years later, I was working at the Kmart, and her mother came through. And Tiffany had just had a baby. And she had her baby, and we saw each other, and we just bust out laughing. We just bust out laughing. And I was like, I said, you remember that time that we got to fight, and we was coming home from school and you beat me up? And she said, yeah, you got your lick back though. I did. And so her mother had a baby, and she had her baby the day before I had my baby. She had her baby the day before, the exact same year, the day before. And you know what's so funny? I told her, I said, I was supposed to have my baby on that day, but I didn't go because my doctor told me to come to the hospital, and I wouldn't go because I didn't want to go. I told him I don't want to be induced. He called me. He said, why aren't you here at the hospital? I said, I decided I don't want to be induced. He said, it's not your decision. My pressure and stuff was up high, and I decided I didn't want to be induced. So I ended up going the next day, and my baby was born that day. Tiffany's baby was born on the exact day that my baby was supposed to be born. That's something. Years later, we would have had babies that was born on the same day. That's something. Dominique sounds good. I have a bottle waiting on me for later. She always with us though. Joy loves God. I go off energy. If it ain't right, I found a way to get gone, or I would have to use my gifted hands. No, it wasn't by no same dude. Lord. I be looking at my oldest daughter and her dad now. I go, Lord have mercy. These two right here, they call themselves inseparable now. He can't call her enough. He can't call. I mean, every time my daddy this, my daddy. I go, y'all get on my nerves. Everything she had, her daddy gonna be there. I promise. I don't like when people constantly bring up the past, especially when you were a child and you see each other when you're an adult. Like, I'm about to gather this beat. I know, right? We looked at each other and just bust out the laugh, and we had so much fun in Clementine. I still be loving to sometimes, like if I have a case like around the South Memphis area, which is a lot. If I'm at that end of South Memphis, like around Norris and Clementine and Airways, I will I'll take that Alcee. I said Airways, Alcee. I'll go up the little street that we used to pass, Alcee Park. I don't know. Each and every time I do it, y'all know I'm emotional. I be crying and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is where I came from. We walked to school when it was real cold. We wrapped up real good. We didn't have no days off, but we would just be talking and playing all the way to school in the cold. And I look at the Alcee Park when we used to go down there, and they had free lunch truck and stuff down there for the summertime. and we would go and play. And we dare not leave the park with anybody. And the adults that we knew from the projects would watch, would not let us, nobody come into the park and mess with the kids. So it's one win apiece. Tiffany gonna steal off on you next time. Tiffany, I don't think so. I'm gonna look Tiffany up on Facebook and see how she been doing. I be seeing her uncle on Facebook sometimes. I think Terry was her uncle or her first cousin. I think he was her uncle. But I always get emotional when I go down that area. It'd be so quiet now. It was always kind of quiet, though. It's really quiet now. We used to walk home from Norris. There was this lady used to sit out in her yard. Her house sits way up on the hill. And there was always a rumor because she would be sitting out there with her lawn chair to make sure we did not touch her grass. If we got near her grass, she said she was an old lady. She was about 60 or 70 then. So I know she did because we were just like in the 4th and 5th grade. She would say, "Don't touch my grass. Get away from my grass." And so there was a rumor. We were so scared to go near her grass because there was a rumor that she had a gun in her coat. And so if we touched her grass, she was going to shoot us. So everybody would say, "Do not touch her grass because she got a gun. She going to shoot us." We were scared to touch that old lady grass. She'd be sitting out there with a cup. And I get to thinking about it now. I bet that lady had beer in that cup. I bet she had some beer in that cup, sitting out there drunk, bullying us not to touch her grass. I still have my same friends from kindergarten to now. We lost a few good ones, but wouldn't trade them for the world. We had kids young and we worked together to be our best and still do love them chicks. Yeah. Me and Benisa been friends since I was in the kindergarten. We lived in the same apartment building a few doors down. And there was another young lady that lived up under us. We was friends all the way up through my adult years. And then we just kind of stopped being friends. One thing that I've always loved about, I'm gonna tell you something. When Vanessa left home and moved to Las Vegas, y'all, here she told her story and stuff about what they was doing in Vegas, how much money they was getting. She would always call me. Like she would call back home and we would talk and stuff. And I remember telling her that I was working. I was working at Kmart. I was trying to pay for my senior heads and stuff. A lot of my senior trips, well, my dad didn't pay for my pictures, but like a lot of my senior trips and stuff. And Vanessa was like, okay. And the money was wrapped up real tight. Vanessa had it wrapped up. Now, you used to send money through the mail. Now, if you send money through the mail, the worker's going to steal it. And she had the money wrapped up in paper real tight. And she paid for one of my senior trips. She helped me. She was helping me. She helped me pay for my senior dues and stuff. Dominique says, been investing in wine and art up to 25%. She gonna see you in Walmart looking at spices and grab your Cambodian tacking on you. No, she not. She not gonna do that. Tiffany Tiffany ain't bothered about me. Let me see if I can find her last name probably changed. She looked just like her uncles in them. I promise to God. Hold on, y'all. I don't think this is her. I don't think this is Tiffany. Be quiet. No, this is not her right there. I didn't think it was. She might have a different last name. Be quiet. Be quiet. I have to threaten them. She's Johnson. I know you a boss. And this money get you a bottle of Jackie Solosi. I got a case of them. Anyway, you guys, I'm getting ready to get off of here because I got to get ready to go back out on the job. Hopefully, I'll be finished with it. I'm going to make sure I finish with it this week. That's why I'm going out day and night to finish up. I'm going to meet my client to pick up my munties. Anyways, you guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you all tuning in, okay? I'll talk with you later.